I'm George Jefferson, from the Jeffersons.
Chris did what?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Hey, Gregory, what do you think?
Oh, I think I've been here for like 5 minutes, so I don't really have a say.
You need to have more opinions.
My name is Lionel. Some call me live. Most people think I kind of talk quiet.
And this is how you answer the telephone, Dorothy. Hello? Hi. Bye. Bye. And that's how you make a phone call, Dorothy.
Hello, lovely.
We got the basics. Fill us in, money.
Okay, Lauren and Cyrus' parents are on their way in from Ohio. They confirmed the girl signed up for a volunteer farming organization.
He survived getting his butt kicked every day in 1980s Brooklyn.
Hey, this might work.
No one else I want to?
What's your name?
Chris.
But what almost killed him happened when nobody was watching. September 22nd, 2005, a skinny 13-year-old kid with the most expressive face in television history appeared on screens across America, and Everybody Hates Chris was born.
Now I gotta work today, but you know the drill.
Yeah, I know. Daddy's gonna be asleep and don't wake him up till 5 o'clock.
That's right.
Tyler James Williams wasn't just playing Chris Rock's childhood, he was channeling every awkward, unlucky, perpetually frustrated black kid who ever had to survive on wit alone. The show made him famous. But the price of that fame, nobody could have predicted where this story would go. Tyler James Williams was born on October 9th, 1992, in Westchester County, New York, into a family that understood entertainment from the ground up.
I mean, my entire family was very talented, especially on the music side. I've come from a line of really great singers.
His mother, Angela Williams, wasn't some stage mom living vicariously through her kids. She was a professional singer and songwriter who knew exactly how brutal the industry could be.
That's how that photo with Luther came about. So they sang background for Luther Vandross and Patti LaBelle and Nona Hendrix, and I come from like a singing family.
His father, Leroy Williams, worked as a police sergeant, keeping the family grounded while his sons chased Hollywood dreams. And Tyler wasn't alone in this pursuit. His younger brothers, Tyrell Jackson Williams and Tylen Jacob Williams, would both follow him into acting, creating a family dynasty of young black talent that Hollywood couldn't ignore.
In fact, my middle brother, he's on the show Party Down, and their crew is the Abbott crew as well. So now crews are working with both of us and like seeing the differences between the two of us.
Before Chris Rock narrated his childhood struggles, Tyler was already working. At just 4 years old, he appeared in his first national commercial. By age 9, he was landing recurring roles, including a memorable stint on Sesame Street from 2001 to 2007, where he became a familiar face to an entirely different generation of viewers.
I think Sesame Street was, the first like actual TV gig, and that's how it got started.
Oh, hi there, everybody. I'm Ernie, and this is my friend Tyler.
He played the young Bill Cosby in a television movie. He was in Law and Order.
Did he rob a bank or something?
No.
Did he hurt anybody?
The kid was building a resume that most adult actors would envy. Then came the audition that would change everything. Chris Rock wanted to turn his stand-up material about growing up in Brooklyn's Bed-Stuy neighborhood in the 1980s into a sitcom. The show needed someone who could carry the weight of being in virtually every scene, who could deliver comedy with the timing of a seasoned professional, and who could make audiences feel the pain behind the punchlines. Hundreds of kids auditioned. Tyler walked in and became Chris Rock. Everybody Hates Chris premiered on UPN, later moving to the CW, and immediately became a cultural phenomenon.
I love this.
You okay?
It's nothing. Just forget it.
Time to bust a move, dumb MC.
The cast was perfection. Terry Crews as the penny-pinching, hilariously intimidating father Julius, Tashina Arnold as the nonsense mother Rochelle, who could destroy you with a single look, Taquan Richmond as the effortlessly cool younger brother Drew, and Imani Hakim as the manipulative baby sister Tonya. But Tyler was the son everything else orbited around. For 4 seasons and 88 episodes from 2005 to 2009, Tyler delivered a masterclass in comedic acting.
That egg is my baby. I'm supposed to take care of it for a week and then give a report on what it's like to be a father.
He got his ass kicked by everybody. He got blamed for everything. He was too black for the white kids at school, too nerdy for the black kids in his neighborhood, and too broke to fit in anywhere.
Who's hurt?
Herc, like Hercules. Strong man.
The only other names I knew my father by were the ones my mother called him, and they didn't have nothing to do with being strong.
The show tackled racism.
Maybe you can tutor me after school.
I'm sorry, Chris, I don't have time. Have you called the United Negro College Fund? Maybe they can help.
Poverty and family dynamics with a perfect blend of humor and heartbreak that made it one of the best sitcoms of the 2000s.
There was an eyewitness, and you fit the profile, Cookie Boy.
I may have only been 13, but I already knew how racial profiling worked.
The awards followed: NAACP Image Award nominations, Young Artist Award wins, and recognition from critics who couldn't believe a teenager was this good. Tyler wasn't just hitting his marks and delivering lines. He was giving a nuanced, layered performance that would have challenged actors twice his age.
But here's what nobody tells you about being a teenage star. You're working adult hours with adult pressure while your brain is still developing. Tyler was in high school, doing homework between takes, trying to have a normal teenage experience while carrying a network television show on his back. The show ended in 2009 when Tyler was just 16 years old, and suddenly he faced the question that destroys most child actors: what now?
What's it say?
You failed!
What?
Boy, I'ma slap you in the animation!
The answer? He kept working, but the landscape had shifted. In 2010, he voiced the character Tyrone in the animated series The Backyardigans. He appeared in episodes of Criminal Minds.
Okay, Lauren and Cyrus' parents are on their way in from Ohio. They confirmed the girl signed up for a volunteer farming organization and left the U.S. right after graduation.
Small roles in films like Dear White People in 2014 showed he was willing to take risks on provocative, meaningful projects.
I listen to Mumford & Sons and watch Robert Altman movies. I think I'm black enough for the union.
But the breakout role, the one that would prove he wasn't just Chris Rock's childhood avatar, remained elusive. Then came 2012, and everything changed in the worst possible way. Tyler started feeling sick, not normal tired, bone-deep exhaustion that sleep couldn't fix. His body was betraying him in ways he couldn't explain. He went to the doctors. They ran tests, and when the results came back, the diagnosis was terrifying. Crohn's disease, a chronic inflammatory bowel condition that has no cure and can be life-threatening if not managed properly.
In 2012, I had my first major flare-up without knowing that's what it was. I spent a lot of time in and out of hospitals managing symptoms. IBD is a lifelong journey. Symptom management is important for feeling better, but it does not change the course of the disease.
For someone whose career depended on his physical presence, whose livelihood required showing up on set for 12-hour days, this was catastrophic. Crohn's disease causes severe abdominal pain, diarrhea, fatigue, weight loss, and malnutrition. It can lead to dangerous complications, including intestinal blockages, ulcers, and increased cancer risk. It's unpredictable, exhausting, and capable of destroying careers. Tyler went public with his diagnosis, becoming one of the few young Black celebrities willing to discuss chronic illness openly.
People have been very accommodating, which I think is one of the reasons why I've been so open about my diagnosis and story. Once you make people aware of what the everyday struggles are, the majority of people are decent human beings and are down to assist.
He talked about the pain, the embarrassment, the fear of not being able to work. He discussed how the condition forced him to completely restructure his life, his diet, his career planning.
I got caught with a bunch of other people, which, always complicates things because of the risks of other things that could trigger. So I've definitely had to be, careful and choose where I go and, try to advocate for as many precautions as possible. But it's definitely something that when it's not in the forefront of people's minds, those of us who don't, have to think about an underlying condition very quickly move on and can leave others kind of in the dust. So I'm trying to make sure that that's not the case.
Auditions became complicated. How do you commit to a physically demanding role when you don't know if your body will cooperate? But he refused to let it end his career. While managing his condition, Tyler kept auditioning, kept showing up, and kept proving that Chris Rock's childhood wasn't the only story he could tell. In 2012, he landed a role that would redefine his career trajectory: Lionel Higgins in the television series Dear White People, based on the film he'd appeared in earlier.
She's lucky if she gets 40 cents. Okay, you do a good job, maybe see a tip.
E?
She was tripping.
The show, which ran on Netflix, was a sharp, satirical examination of race relations at a predominantly white Ivy League university. Tyler's character Lionel was a gay, black, introverted journalist trying to find his voice while navigating multiple marginalized identities.
So in this way, there's still this mentality of, okay, you are a black male on TV, I am you. Wait, you're gay? I'm not gay. No, never mind. We're not the same thing. Forget you, we shun you now. That was very interesting that I saw of like, wow, we still have, a ways to go.
The role was revelatory. Tyler brought depth, vulnerability, and complexity to Lionel, tackling storylines about coming out, black identity, media ethics, and the exhausting performance of existing in white spaces. Critics praised his performance. Audiences connected with Lionel's journey.
My name is Lionel. Some call me live. Most people think I kind of talk quiet.
And suddenly, Tyler James Williams wasn't the kid from Everybody Hates Chris anymore. He was a serious actor doing important work. But the biggest career resurrection was still coming. In 2021, ABC announced a new comedy series created by Quinta Brunson called Abbott Elementary.
Great hire. Well deserved. Really, really well deserved.
Quinta shoots me a DM because she had lived down the block from me at the time. It was like, hey, I have this idea for a show I'm going to go pitch, and I want to put your name in it if you're cool with that. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's see what happens.
The premise was simple. A mockumentary-style sitcom set in an underfunded Philadelphia public school, following a group of dedicated teachers trying to help their students succeed despite impossible circumstances. Tyler was cast as Gregory Eddy, a substitute teacher who plans to leave education but finds himself drawn deeper into the chaotic, heartfelt world of Abbott Elementary.
I still don't get my answer. 13 minus 6. Better be you think.
He called me and was like, hey, I think I have this show and it'd be perfect for what you do. I want to keep it super low to the ground. And, it's a mockumentary style, so you can do what you do best. And she told me that it was about, underfunded schools and, talking about black male teachers and giving them a voice and showing them in this romanticized light to show people that the work that they do is important. And after that, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. Great.
The show premiered on December 7th, 2021, and became an instant phenomenon.
Audiences were starving for a network comedy that didn't feel dated, that had heart without being saccharine, that could be funny without punching down. Abbott Elementary delivered all of that and more, thanks to Quinta Brunson's brilliant writing and a cast that had chemistry for days.
So one of my students has been coming in late, 9 o'clock to be exact, for the last week or so.
Tyler's performance as Gregory was subtle, grounded, and absolutely perfect.
We slayed that.
Yeah, we
Say slay.
did. Yeah. She's gonna eat him alive.
I know.
He played the straight man to the chaos around him, letting his face do the heavy lifting. Those expressive reactions that made him perfect for Chris Rock were now deployed with adult sophistication. The slow burn, will they, won't they tension between Gregory and Janine Teagues, played by Quinta Brunson, became the show's emotional anchor.
You're on a mission. It's cool to see.
Thank you. Just a day in the life of being a teacher here. You get used to it.
The awards followed fast and furious. Emmy nominations, Critics' Choice nominations, NAACP Image Awards, SAG Award nominations.
So there is a little bit of imposter syndrome that comes with it. Just kind of standing in the room, but the second time around, you can just kind of really address it. There's a lot of good TV out there, and everyone's doing their absolute best to make, and keep TV great. So that's really nice, is to be able to come in and celebrate not just ourselves, but everybody else as well.
In 2023, Tyler James Williams received his first Primetime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series for Abbott Elementary.
You're nominated against each other tonight.
I'm gonna lose to him. It's gonna be great. I can't wait.
Let me just say, what a wonderful, soothing teacher he played.
He didn't win, but the nomination itself was validation that he'd successfully navigated the impossible transition from child star to respected adult actor.
Staying grounded, staying level-headed, remembering that we're not celebrities first, we're artists first, and artists' job are to give something to the people. If I'm not giving something to the people or in promo of something that's being given to the people, I don't necessarily need to be everywhere, because that's where people get into a lot of trouble.
The show became a cultural juggernaut, one of the few network comedies to break through in the streaming era. Season after season, it maintained quality and viewership, with Tyler's Gregory evolving from a reluctant substitute to a committed educator deeply invested in his students and colleagues. The character's growth mirrored Tyler's own journey, from someone who thought this was temporary to someone who realized this was exactly where he belonged. Throughout all of this success, Tyler continued managing his Crohn's disease. He became an advocate
advocate for chronic illness awareness, using his platform to destigmatize invisible disabilities.
I think the conversation about not just mental health, but also like physical health, particularly with actors. I came up in the era of you could be sick, they're gonna put a bucket beside camera, use it when you need to, and we'll get another takeoff. And that's not the case anymore. You know what I mean? So I think understanding that we're not robots. We're not, same thing with crews as well. The treatment of crews has changed. The way departments are recognized and celebrated was not the case then the way it is now. I see, so especially with these things, at the Emmys, you see a lot of love for the creative arts Emmys.
He talked about the importance of self-care, of knowing your limits, of not letting the pressure to constantly work destroy your health. He partnered with health organizations to raise awareness and fund research. Then came another moment that shocked fans and highlighted Hollywood's ongoing issues with identity and privacy. In 2023, Tyler felt compelled to address rumors about his sexuality that had been circulating online. In a series of Instagram posts, he made it clear he's heterosexual, but more importantly, he's tired of people feeling entitled to speculate about anyone's sexuality, especially when they're using stereotypes about how gay men should act or dress. He called out the homophobia underlying assumptions that a well-dressed, articulate black man who isn't hypermasculine must be gay. The statement sparked important conversations about black masculinity, respectability politics, and why society demands constant declarations of identity. Some people praised him for standing up against stereotyping. Others questioned why he felt the need to clarify at all, suggesting that his defensiveness revealed discomfort with being perceived as gay. The discourse got messy, revealing how complicated conversations about identity remain even in supposedly progressive spaces. Tyler stood his ground, emphasizing that his point wasn't about defending his own sexuality, but about the harmful assumptions and stereotypes that get applied to all black men who don't perform masculinity in traditionally accepted ways. It was a mature, thoughtful intervention in a conversation that too often devolves into reductive takes and bad faith arguments. Currently, Tyler James Williams is riding the wave of Abbott Elementary's massive success. The show has been renewed through multiple seasons, becoming ABC's most successful comedy launch in years.
You know what that reminds me? I actually wanted to buy some candy. I was planning on it before we started talking about this, so I'm happy it came up because I would like to do it right now.
Season 4 premiered in 2024 and continues to dominate ratings and critical acclaim. The Gregory-Janine relationship has finally progressed beyond longing glances, giving fans the slow burn romance they've been craving while maintaining the show's core focus on education and community.
Calm down. I'm just looking for a second job. My rent's going up soon, and I have a girlfriend.
Well, relationships don't cost money.
Beyond Abbott Elementary, Tyler has been selective about additional projects, choosing quality over quantity. He appeared in the horror film The United States vs. Billie Holiday in 2021, showcasing his dramatic range. He's lent his voice to animated projects and made strategic appearances that keep him in the public eye without overwhelming his schedule or compromising his health. As of 2025, Tyler James Williams' net worth is estimated at approximately $5 million, a testament to his consistent work ethic and smart career choices. Unlike many child stars who blow through their early earnings, Tyler has built sustainable wealth through steady employment, wise investments, and avoiding the pitfalls that destroy so many young actors. His parents' grounded approach to his career undoubtedly played a role in his financial stability. Tyler is not currently married and keeps his romantic life intensely private, learning from the speculation and invasiveness that comes with fame. He doesn't have any children. His focus remains on his career, his health, and using his platform for advocacy around chronic illness and authentic representation. His relationship with his Everybody Hates Chris castmates remains warm and supportive.
Yeah, Tyler's the man. I got to meet him today, which that was so exciting.
Oh,
yeah,
so cool.
Yeah, and he congratulated me and everything, and we had a great conversation. This is big, paying homage to him and Mr. Rock and what they built.
They occasionally reunite on social media, sharing throwback photos and expressing genuine affection for each other. Terry Crews has publicly praised Tyler's work on Abbott Elementary. The cast created something special together, and unlike many sitcom hamleys, they seem to have maintained real friendships beyond the show. Tyler's brothers have followed in his footsteps with varying degrees of success. Tyrell Jackson Williams had a starring role on Disney XD's Lab Rats from 2012 to 2016. And continues working in television.
I have a secret too. I know, I use it on weekends.
Tylen Jacob Williams has appeared in various shows and films, building his own career. The Williams brothers represent a rare success story of multiple siblings making it in Hollywood without the typical family drama and resentment. What makes Tyler's story remarkable isn't just that he survived being a child star, it's how he thrived despite every obstacle.
I think part of it is just, how I was raised. I think my parents, they dropped me off at school every day telling me you can be whatever you want to be, but regardless of what it is, be the best at it and never stop trying to be the best at it. So for me, as I hit, a milestone of some kind, like, at 12, 13, having a, network hit. After that, I have to move on to something else. I have to keep going. I can't ever sit and get complacent. And I want to do the art service. I think I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in. And if I don't keep going deeper and, crafting great stories for people to watch and deepening my craft, then I just get lazy and I can't do that.
Abbott Elementary isn't just a job for Tyler. It's a platform that lets him represent Black educators, that lets him show a Black man who's intelligent, caring, and dedicated to public service. Gregory Eddy is the anti-stereotype, the kind of character that Black actors rarely get to play on network television. And Tyler brings him to life with the same expressive brilliance that made Chris Rock's childhood so vivid 20 years ago. The journey from Bed-Stuy's most unlucky teenager to Abbott Elementary's most beloved substitute teacher is a testament to talent, perseverance, and refusing to let circumstances define your ceiling. Tyler James Williams proved that child stars can grow up, that chronic illness doesn't have to end dreams, and that sometimes the best career move is choosing projects that mean something over projects that just pay well.
I mean, I'm not necessarily chasing the fame or the stardom or any of that. I've done that. I've been there. I did that when I was, in my teens. Now, if my work's not doing something and pushing a conversation forward and changing the conversation and possibly lives, if we can, then I'm not fulfilled at this point.
He's working on several projects for 2025 and beyond, though details remain under wraps. What's confirmed is that Abbott Elementary will continue to be his primary focus, with the show showing no signs of slowing down.
I'm working on Abbott a few different ways now. Like, I'm in prep now for an episode that I'm directing in like 2 weeks. And it's such an intense job to have because we shoot for so much of the year that right now Abbott has my focus.
There are rumors of potential film roles that would let him flex his dramatic muscles again, and he's expressed interest in eventually moving into producing and directing.
Looking at Tyler James Williams' career arc, from Sesame Street to Everybody Hates Chris to Dear White People to Abbott Elementary, what's most impressive is the intentionality. Every choice seems calculated not for maximum fame, but for maximum meaning. He's built a career on being undeniable rather than unavoidable, on being respected rather than just recognized. The kid who everybody hated on screen has become the man everybody respects off it. He survived Brooklyn, survived Hollywood, survived chronic illness, and came out the other side not just intact, but thriving. That's not just a career success story. That's a masterclass in resilience.